Hello and welcome to the P.6 science class. My name is Teacher John. I'm going to take you through Science Primary 6 Term 2, a topic called the respiratory system. In our previous lesson, we said respiration is the oxidation of food in the body to produce energy. Respiration is the oxidation of food in the body to produce energy. And we said respiration takes place in the body cells. Respiration takes place in the body cells. Then we also looked at organs of the respiratory system. And when you are looking at organs of the respiratory system, we shall begin with the nose. After the nose, we have epiglottis. Epiglottis. After the epiglottis, we have voice box. After the voice box, we have vocal cords. Vocal cords. Number 5, we have trachea, also known as windpipe. Windpipe. Number 6, we have bronchus or bronchi. Number 7, have bronchioles. Bronchioles. Number 8, we have lungs. Number 9, we have air sacs, also known as alveoli. Then number 10, we have diaphragm. We have diaphragm. So, these are the organs of the respiratory system. We have the nose, epiglottis, voice box, vocal cords, trachea or windpipe, bronchus, bronchi, bronchioles, lungs, air sacs or alveoli. Then lastly, we have what we call diaphragm. So look at a diagram showing the respiratory system. The respiratory system. The respiratory system. So I want to draw a diagram . So, this is a diagram showing the respiratory system. This one here is called, the first one is called epiglottis. Epiglottis. So this part here is called epiglottis. 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 Then this one is called voice box. Voice box. This one is called trachea or windpipe. This one is called rings of cartilage. Rings of cartilage. This one is called bronchus. Bronchus. This one is called bronchioles. Bronchioles. This one is called lung. Air sacs. Then this one is called diaphragm. Diaphragm. Then we have this part here. That is the position of the heart. The position of the heart. The position of the heart. Epiglottis, voice box, trachea, rings of cartilage, bronchus, bronchioles, lung, air sacs, diaphragm, and lastly the position of the heart. So this part here is the position of the heart. That's where the heart is located in the human body. It is the chest cavity. So that's the position of the heart. So we start looking at the importance of each part. Shall begin with the nose. Shall begin with the nose. Now the nose warms the air we breathe in. The nose warms the air we breathe in. Then it has cilia that filters the air we breathe in. One, nose. Then we shall say the nose warms the air we breathe in. The nose warms the air we breathe in. Then we shall say the nose has cilia. The nose has cilia that filters the air we breathe in. The nose warms the air we breathe in. Then the nose has cilia that filters the air we breathe in. Cilia is the hair found in the nose. NB. Cilia is the air, is the hair. Cilia is the hair in the nose. Cilia is the name given to the hair found in the nose, and this hair helps to filter the air we breathe in. Then the nose also has mucus. The nose has mucus. The nose has mucus that moistens the air we breathe in. The nose has mucus that moistens the air we breathe in. The air we breathe in. So that's how the nose is important. It warms the air we breathe in. It has cilia, that's the hair, which filters the air we breathe in. Then cilia is the hair found in the nose, and the work of that hair is to filter the air that we breathe in. Then the nose also has mucus that moistens the air we breathe in. Mucus also helps to trap dust from the air we breathe in. Mucus helps to trap dust from the air we breathe in. The mucus in the nose. The mucus in the nose helps to trap dust and bacteria. Dust and bacteria from the air we breathe in. From the air we breathe in. The mucus in the nose helps to trap dust and bacteria from the air we breathe in. Then number 2, we have what you call epiglottis. Epiglottis. This epiglottis prevents choking by closing the windpipe while swallowing food. It prevents choking. It prevents choking by closing the windpipe when swallowing food. It prevents choking. It prevents choking by closing the windpipe. By closing the windpipe. By closing the windpipe. While swallowing food. While swallowing food. Epiglottis prevents choking by closing the windpipe while swallowing food. Epiglottis prevents choking. Epiglottis prevents choking by closing the windpipe while swallowing food. So when one is swallowing food, the epiglottis will close the windpipe to prevent food from entering the windpipe. So it closes that food, it closes that windpipe, so that when you are swallowing food, food doesn't go to the windpipe. Instead, that food is directed to the gullet, up to the stomach. Then we have what called trachea. Trachea, or before that, we look at voice box. voice box. Number 3, we have voice box. Voice box. The voice box has what called vocal cords, which vibrate, produce sound. The voice box has vocal cords that vibrate, produce sound. The voice box has vocal cords that vibrate to produce sound. The voice box has vocal cords that vibrate, produce sound. Then we have what we call windpipe. The windpipe, that's number 4. Windpipe. Windpipe. This windpipe is also known as trachea. And the windpipe is a passage of air to the lungs. It is a passage of air to the lungs. The windpipe is a passage of air to the lungs. It is a passage of air to the lungs. It is a passage of air to the lungs. It is a passage of air to the lungs. Then the trachea is made up of rings of cartilage ending. The windpipe is made up of rings of cartilage. The windpipe is made up of rings of cartilage. Why? Why is the windpipe? That's a question. Why is the windpipe made up of the rings of cartilage? Why is the windpipe made up of rings of cartilage? Why is the windpipe made up of the rings of cartilage? 1 is to prevent it from collapsing. To prevent it from collapsing. Then number 2, to keep it open all the time. To keep it open all the time. To keep it open all the time, then to prevent it from collapsing. To prevent it from collapsing, that's why it is made up of the rings of cartilage. To prevent it from collapsing and to keep it open all the time. Why is you said the windpipe or the trachea is made up of the rings of cartilage to keep it open all the time and to prevent it from collapsing. To prevent it from collapsing. That's why it is made up of rings of cartilage. Then we have a part called bronchioles. Bronchioles. We have bronchioles, it holds the air sacs. Bronchioles hold the air sacs. Bronchioles hold the air sacs or alveoli. Bronchioles hold the air sacs. Bronchioles hold the air sacs. Bronchioles hold the air sacs. So these are what you call bronchioles. Their function is to hold the air sacs. These ones are what you call air sacs. They are held by bronchioles. Then we look at the importance of the air sacs. Air sacs help in gaseous exchange. Air sacs or alveoli. Air sacs, also known as alveoli. Air sacs or alveoli. This one, they help in gaseous exchange. 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 So air sacs or alveoli, they help in gaseous exchange. And gaseous exchange take place by the process called diffusion. NB. Gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange take place. Gaseous exchange take place. Gaseous exchange takes place in the air sacs, by the process called diffusion of gases. Gaseous exchange takes place by the process called diffusion of gases. So the exchange of gases in the air sacs, they take place by the process called diffusion of gases, or the process called diffusion of gases. So that is about air sacs. We said air sacs, they help in gaseous exchange. Then we look at how are air sacs adapted to their function. How are the air sacs adapted to their function? How are air sacs? How are air sacs adapted to gaseous? How are air sacs adapted to gaseous exchange? How are air sacs adapted to gaseous exchange? We have around 4 ways through which air sacs are adapted to gaseous exchange. How are they able to carry out gaseous exchange? One, they have thin walls. They have thin walls. They have thin walls. They have thin walls. Number two, they are many in number, or they are numerous. They are many in number. They are many in number. They are thin walls. They have thin walls. They are many in number. Then they have a dense network of blood capillaries. They have a dense network. They have a dense network. They have a dense network of blood capillaries. Of blood capillaries. They have a dense network of blood capillaries. Then, number four, they are elastic. They are elastic. So these are the 4 different ways how air sacs or alveoli are adapted to their function or to gaseous exchange. How are air sacs adapted to gaseous exchange? One, they have thin walls to allow diffusion of gases. They are many in number. They have a dense network of blood capillaries. Then lastly, they are elastic. So that is how they are adapted to gaseous exchange. Then next we look at lungs. Lungs provide oxygen to the body, and they also take away carbon dioxide. Number 7, we have lungs. How are lungs important in the human body? How are lungs important in the human body? Lungs have 2 major functions. One, they provide oxygen to the body and take away carbon dioxide from blood. They provide oxygen to the body and they also take away carbon dioxide from blood. One, Lungs provide oxygen. Lungs provide oxygen to the body. Lungs provide oxygen to the body. Then you can also say lungs take away carbon dioxide from blood. Lungs take away carbon dioxide from blood, then lungs provide oxygen to the body. Lungs provide oxygen to the body, then they also take away carbon dioxide from blood. That's how lungs are important. Then we have what you call bronchus or bronchi. Then we have what you call diaphragm. Diaphragm, it separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. Diaphragm. Diaphragm, it separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. It separates the chest cavity. It separates the chest cavity. Separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. It separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. So that's how the diaphragm is important during respiration or during breathing in and out. As simple as that. So we've looked at organs of the respiratory system and their functions. Remember, we said respiration takes place in the body cells. Why are lungs called respiratory organs? Lungs help in gaseous exchange. So there are some questions here. One is, where does respiration take place? Where does respiration take place in the human body? In the human body. Where does respiration take place in the human body? In the body cells. Respiration takes place in the body cells. Respiration takes place in the body cells. Then another question, why are lungs called respiratory organs? Why are lungs called respiratory organs? They help in gaseous exchange. Lungs are called respiratory organs because they help in gaseous exchange. They help in gaseous exchange. Why are lungs called respiratory organs? They help in gaseous exchange. That's why lungs are called respiratory organs. Reason, they help in gaseous exchange. So that is it. That is all about respiration and the respiratory system. That is about respiration and the respiratory system. So that one marks the end of our lesson. In our next lesson, we shall look at breathing. We shall look at breathing mechanism in the human body. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly.